Welcome! Today we're taking a look at Ball X Pit. It is a roguelite that plays like a brick breaker game like Pong or Brookout. There is a demo out available now, so if you want to give it a go for it. I would say definitely. I know I put in 5 hours straight after purchasing it, so I have been having a good time with the game. But also, if you already have one of the games listed above, you can get it at a cheaper discount using those bundle options. The game has multiple meta progression mechanics, so it feels like you are at least progressing overall after each run, which is nice. Your character you're using after each run levels up, just increasing its base stats, as well as you have a village or a little homestead afterwards that you get to build. It's pretty fun, actually, the building aspect in that, and kind of arranging all your different homes and resources. I would say it feels a little grindy at the start, but it is a progressive, nice grind, is the best way I'd put that. Right now, there are multiple characters as well as multiple balls available for you to play with. Gameplay-wise, runs take about roughly 10 to 15 minutes, or less if you end up getting clapped or bad RNG. As you play during a run, level ups are really similar to like Vampire Survivors, if you guys have played any games like that, where you'll collect XP gems and then you'll level up and you'll get a random pretty much generation of either a ball type or a trinket for extra abilities and damage. You are limited to 4 balls and 4 trinkets at a time, but you can end up merging these as you go through either fusion or evolution, which is a pretty neat mechanic in this type of game. Right now, that's just a basic level up screen. It shows you your base attributes that you end up getting. This is during a run. Each attribute is pretty self-explanatory. The only weird one is leadership, which is like how many little smaller balls you can end up generating. And after you get your attribute increase, you get your 3 options to choose from, whether it be ball types or trinkets that end up generating for you. Each ball or trinket, its max level is 3, and then once you're at that point, if you hit one of those fusion balls, you can end up either fusing or merging or evolving into something better. If you end up not having items that are at level 3, you end up being able to do fission, which is just like a random generation. It's like those chests off of Vampire Survivors that end up just giving you random loot levels of the items you do have available. And here is an example of the fusion option when you do have 2 level 3 balls, but they don't have like an evolution option. Fusion, as you would think, ends up just merging the 2 ball types and pretty much just enhancing the stats overall into 1 ball. Going into our third option is evolution. So you do need specific types to evolve. Once you have learned which types, it'll actually show you while you're doing your playthrough if you do discover those items or have those types that you can end up having an evolution option. Spoiler ahead, so if you do not want to see the first level boss, I would skip this, but this is just a little sample of how boss fights are at the end of each run. If the boss didn't spawn, I probably actually would have lost this run just because they were just creeping up further and further on me. Once they get to your back line, they end up just kind of beating the crap out of you. My tips for any type of boss fight in these type of games is just always watch projectiles that are coming at you and then just keep kind of randomly firing. Don't really pay attention to where you're hitting for the most part. As long as you keep surviving, the pretty much the balance is going to end up killing it eventually. All right, we're going to take a look at the second meta progression mechanic, the village. This is actually a really neat mechanic that I haven't seen in any other games, really. There are 4 main resources: gold, which you get from playing, wheat, wood, and stone. All buildings that you unlock just by completing runs and killing bosses during the runs end up requiring different amounts of resources. You're able to expand your village. I've already done 2 expansions, that's why it kind of looks like a goofy little L. And most of the buildings you can further either increase or upgrade, as well as the resources. Once you have your resources and your buildings all laid out, you get to pretty much do the same thing. It's like a little pinball mechanic, where you send out all your villagers and they kind of construct the buildings by bouncing into them. And as you guessed it, you get more villages by building more of those buildings. As you level up your characters, you also get these little perks on your people that end up, it's a kind of a variety, but for the most part, just increase your harvesting skills. All characters have their own specified starting ball as well as their own stat basis. Overall, I've been really enjoying this game, and I hope you guys go and take a look at it. Thanks for watching.